It's the independent leaks with the underground updates at 10 p.m. So I hope y'all up late. Shell Shock Productions alongside Chrome. Next half an hour we invading y'all home. Thursday nights, so go tell a friend. New guests every week, so tune in. The Cablevision Channel 18, it's a go. With my main man Billy, start the show. Independent links, say it with me y'all. Independent links, holla at me y'all. Independent links, say it with me y'all. Independent links, holla at me y'all. Independent links.
Give it up, put your hands together and show your love for Dr. Roxanne Shawn.
Glad to know I got that laundry done. When they told me that today I would be given an award and I would be recognized, it's always a wonderful thing to receive awards and accolades, especially from those who you respect and love and see not only as your comrades, but your friends and your peers, but also your sisters. And I see so many of my hip-hop sisters, and that spans a lot more so than just my sisters of color. I'm talking about my sisters in hip-hop. They are Latino sisters, my Oriental sisters, my English sisters, French sisters, all of that, and I just want to say that I am truly, truly thankful to be given this award. And because I am so winded is the reason why I think they felt the need to have somebody show me some cards, like, listen, you about to hit that mark, Shantae. So before I bust a freestyle and get up, but anyway, I just would like to say thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
This is a tribute. This is no award.
Let me tell you, I was just saying to myself, like, okay, Shantae, you messed up, but I'm a doctor, I can do that.
Okay, please tell everyone your name and what you do.
I'm known as V-Girl Rockefeller, and I'm a hip-hop dancer, and recently I'm adding the title of filmmaker to that as well.
Wow, wow. How did you get into dancing and filmmaking?
Well, first, it was just something that was really driving me to go to parties, to go to auditions, and then to start choreographing, and I started getting hired to tour and travel, and now judge. So I actually have judged international breakdance competitions, b-boying, breaking competitions, and I had written the intro to this first ever B-Girl book called We Be Girls by Martha Cooper and Nika Kramer. So that was kind of like the turning of events at that point. I felt like, well, I can have a book, I can have a film, I can do this.
That's right, girl.
So yeah, so that's when I decided to put a tour together to talk to females in the hip hop world, graffiti writers, dancers in particular, and I put the footage together with the help of Melissa Alto at One Line Media, and the Ford Foundation helped us out. Quick Step made some beats. Two Fly, this amazing graffiti writer, she gave us some of the graphics and some of the designs for the film and the titles. So I've been blessed with a network of inspiring people and the hip hop community. So sky's the limit.
Definitely, definitely. So what are you working on now?
Actually, just completing that film so that I can premiere it in the fall and then take it to different places. I am working on music because I also do sing and rhyme as well. But I think for right now, it's all about this film. It's all about these 6 young women from these different cities with the different lifestyles tied to hip hop dance, classic styles like breaking and popping, and just trying to get people to shift, their mentalities about hip hop as a culture and as a way of life and as a positive outlet. So that's really where I'm at.
So, what's the name of the film?
The title of it is All the Ladies Say. Because I remember a time people used to be like, all the ladies say what? All the ladies say ow.
Yeah.
And now it's not so often that they call us ladies in songs and stuff. So I said, let me just do a throwback. This will be the title of it. And I'm pretty satisfied. It's catchy. People like it. So,
So when can we expect that?
I'm thinking late 2009 or early 2010. I can premiere it and start to probably apply for some of those festivals and see, you know, what the world forum, the world is going to be, if it's going to be receptive, or how it's going to take to this film about women and mothers, because we've got some hip hop mothers out there who are graffiti writers, DJs, dancers, MCs. So, you know, let's see what happens. Sky's the limit.
I wish you all the best in your
you.
endeavors. You seem awesome. So
Thank you.
thanks for coming in.
Tribute to Rockefeller, amazing woman. So baby, you let them know who you are. She got a left eye roll ladylike today. You don't play.
Like, you don't. Thank you, Violet. This is my heart right here. Oh my God, like, when there's been times when I just want to stop and quit, she'll come up and be like, is you crazy? What you gonna do? You gonna get back to her? Where you going? Sit your ass down, take a breath, because you're gonna break again. So you couldn't have picked someone more, you know, appropriate to, you know, give me some love and give me some light. And I gotta get you in the film too, girl. You gotta, like, you know, you gotta call me back. No, I call you, you're just gonna call back. But yeah, the kids, Violet, you're my heart. You're my heart. Thank you so much for your words. Wow. Yes, thank you so much for this incredible event. You know, the women that are in the house tonight are giants. They are giants to me, and they move so gracefully, and they move mountains so smoothly that the men are like, where's the mountain? I thought it was right here. So I just want to give all my love and my respect to all of you right here. If it wasn't for the first MCs, the first graffiti writers, the first DJs, I would not be doing what I've been doing. And to have the guts to go from the streets to the clubs to the theaters to, you know, create a nonprofit. My husband Quickstep, who was the first man to tell me, yo, hip hop is a culture. And I gotta be honest now, I always say this, because up until that point where Quickstep dropped that little jewel, I was just like, what is she talking about? I just want to roll up some blunts, get some 40s, and just chill. And he was very instrumental in that point. I gotta give you a shout, Quickstep, because, you know, definitely good man out there. This film is about the women who are instrumental in my life, have inspired me. There's young ones, there's mothers up there. When you think of hip hop women, you don't usually think of mothers. There's so many hip hop mothers still doing it to this day, and they get the babysitter, and they rock the ciphers, and they rock the walls with their kids right there, and you know, strollers with the little gas masks on. You know, they do it. Shira, what's up? There's another one right there. Lot of love to all my ladies. The film is called All the Ladies Say because there was a time, like Rock Goddess said at the beginning of that clip, where they used to say, "Where the ladies at? All my ladies in the house say, ah, right?" And we used to respond. We used to respond. That rarely happens nowadays. So that title is an ode to a time when women were very important, instrumental, buying turntables, dancing, and I felt good at that point. So this film is just another extension, and I thank you so much for how you have all of you impacted me, and I just want to say, it's just begun. Peace, this is Rockefeller, and you're watching Independent Links.
Hey everyone, and we got my girl Two Fly here with us. Do you want to tell us what you do for the people who don't know what you do, who is like under a box somewhere?
I'm a graffiti artist, and I'm also a designer, and I also run a business of my own where I create a lot of my own goods. And I've also, since 2007, became co-founder of Unity Arts, which is an all-female urban arts collective, and we basically really try to give light to women that do graffiti art as like a substantial art form. Street artists that, you know, are like sticking up stickers or tagging up. We really like appreciate that art because that's where we came from. And then also photography, like people like Martha Cooper, and then you got people like Lady Pink, and all these women that are on the come up that were inspired by a lot of that imagery and like those artists that came before us, like the pioneers.
So how long have you been doing your art?
I mean, I've been drawing since I was little, but really like what formed Two Fly, like what came to be what I do was started in high school because I was really inspired by the street graffiti art that I was growing up with, but there wasn't that many women on the scene, on the street, so I tried to be that, but I had to find my way so that, you know, I don't kind of go the rebel route. and really just represent as well that there's a female on the scene, that she can rock with graffiti writers, and I can do huge ass walls, and they're images of women that are like me or like the people that are my friends, and you know, to women in hip hop basically.
So what kind of struggles did you have to go through to, you know, get your name out there? And that struggle that you talk about, you know, it's mostly men in the art world as far as graffiti goes. So what kind of struggles did you have?
I feel that in the beginning you have to really respect yourself. You know, you can't go in it in a route where, you know, you really got to show them your skills, and people got to represent you for how you carry yourself. And so I've gotten nothing but love from the fellas, because they really saw that I can, you know, really kick ass on the wall. I held down my own. I was mad cool. Like, you know, I really have respect for myself and the people that I rolled with. And whenever there was a situation that wasn't, you know, I would just step back. I really wasn't about, you know, I just really wanted to rock for females and give us a good name and have a positive kind of image about us. And then just really continue to be the best that we could be, because New York scene and graph and street, it was like falling off because the Europeans kind of like totally blew us out the box for a while. But you know, we're definitely representing. We're doing some crazy dope images and organizing and coming together as a culture that we've always been.
So name some of the females that you're working with right now as part of your team.
Right now, I run Unity Arts with my partner Alice Mizrahi, and then we have a crew of women that you know, help us with PR and organizing, and so we have like that core team, you know, roll together, and then a lot of the women are like graffiti artists like Lady Pink and Martha Cooper, and Swoons, like a street artist. There's other women that are coming up like Erotica and Diva, all these like graffiti street women, Jackie, and they just, you know, they never had the opportunity to get put on like in galleries, and so we're providing that.
That's awesome. It's so awesome talking to you.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best in what you're doing and what you're trying to do and putting the female name out there. So.
Thanks.
Wow, thank you. I really, really appreciate everybody being here. I am so thankful that I have a mom. I really, really want to thank my mom, because she was like the mom that was like, you know how you guys said about the curfew earlier? She was like that. She was like telling the graffiti guys to get me home on time. But before I could get in trouble with the law and everything, she was like, let me just drive you around and let you catch your tags. And she was the mom that was like, like looking out, she was holding my paint, showing me my first big character, and was like, I really gotta support her, you know, support her dreams. And I really wanna dedicate this to her, and I wanna thank the Hip Hop Association and all you women out there who continue to, with your craft, share it. Even though sometimes our voices are not out there, I think it's doing its job. There's so many women out there that are so inspired. We just have to keep creating more of these spaces so that they can come and meet us and network and build partnerships and do more, so that it continues to expand and just, you know, get bigger and bigger and bigger. So thank you, everybody.
My name is Two Fly, and you're watching Independent Links.
Hello everyone. Please introduce your name and what you do.
I'm Raquel Z. Rivera, and I'm a researcher at the Center for Puerto Rican Studies.
And what does that involve?
Well, I research culture, specifically youth culture. I put out a book about New York Puerto Ricans in hip hop, and my latest one is a co-edited volume on reggaeton and its relationship to hip hop and reggae.
And where do you do your research?
Mostly New York and Puerto Rico, but the book that we just put out encompasses like Jamaica, New York, Miami. It's a collection of essays from different authors, so we really got to cover a lot of ground.
What's the most interesting part about what you do?
In general, in my job, I guess to me it's documenting what's happening in the moment. Like, instead of waiting 50 years so that people have to go through archives and figure out what artists were doing in 2009, it's actually, I'm here, I can interview people, I can go to events, And I think that makes all the difference. It makes it easier for folks to know their history.
Definitely. That's great. And what has impacted you while working the most? Like any experience that you can remember that impacts you personally?
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know why. Nothing is coming. Give me a little bit more to go on.
As far as the stories that you come across, like.
Okay, yeah. There's one specifically, like when I did the New York Puerto Ricans in hip hop book. There was this one dancer. Her name is Diana Figueroa, and she was around late 60s, early 70s, like really out there. And she was very famous for beating the guys. She was excellent, and everybody kept telling me her name, but I couldn't find her. So after a couple of years, I finally sat down with her. And just like the stories she told and like what the dancing meant to her as a teenager in Bushwick, Brooklyn in the 70s, it was so beautiful and so powerful. And it reminded me of what hip hop meant to me also, but to see this woman from a different generation that still decades later like held on to that with such fierceness, that was really powerful. And I'm really glad that I was able to talk to her.
That's great. So where can people find your stuff?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Both books are pretty easy to find.
That's awesome, amazing. What's the name of your book?
The first one is New Yorkers from the Hip Hop Zone. That's from 2003. And then the latest one is called Reggaeton from 2009. It just came out.
Awesome. Thanks so much for stopping in and talking.
Thank you.
Letting the people know what you do.
Thank you.
I hope to see you soon.
Likewise.
Bye.
Please let's give tribute to Dr. October.
The work that I do as a writer, it's because the artists of the hip hop generation are my generation and inspire me. So I'm so happy to be here. What I do is document the beautiful energy and all the love that I get from you and that we get from each other. So thank you so much.
I'm Raquel Z. Rivera, and you're watching Independent Links.